Good work today. I just came back home. How about you, Ivan?
Sorry, I still have work to do. You can eat dinner without me.
Okay. You've been working till late recently. You okay?
Our new project isn't going well. I haven't been able to do my chores for the past few days. Thanks for doing them instead of me, although you're busy with work too.
Don't worry. You always help me out when I'm busy too. I get home earlier than you, so let me do the housework. I also like to cook, remember? Cleaning is not my specialty though.
I could do some cleaning around the house on the weekends.
Thanks. That'll be helpful.
Hey, I have something to tell you, Annie.
Huh? What do you want to tell me?
I want to talk about this face-to-face when I get home. But I don't know when I'll be home, so I'm going to tell you now.
What is it?
My parents have been asking me if we can live together.
Huh? Live with them? I thought we promised that we won't live with either of our parents when we got married.
Yeah, I remember. But they suddenly started asking me if they could live with us. I'm not exactly sure why, but I guess they're worried to live alone now that they're getting older.
That goes the same to my parents as well. How did you reply to my parents?
I told them honestly that we never planned to live with our parents. Then they told me to consider about it positively.
Okay, but you'll tell them no, right?
Of course I'll tell them no. But you know, they tend to be stubborn. It's hard to change their minds sometimes.
Really? From what I've seen, they're really nice people who respect our personal space.
We've only been married for 2 years. You don't know what my parents are like. We only meet them a few times a year.
Well, yeah. We don't meet them often, although we live quite nearby. But I do think I know them pretty well. They're not the type to suddenly say they want to live with us.
No, Annie, you don't know them at all. They do things we never expect them to do sometimes. And they could be really stubborn too.
Then, make sure you say no, okay? We decided not to live with either of our parents. Maybe they're not serious about it too.
But they asked me to think about it. I guess they're pretty serious this time.
Either way, tell them no! You won't want to live with my parents even if they ask us to, right?
Your parents live far away in a different state.
What if they say they'll move in with us?
Well, in that case, I'll be surprised.
Right? Make sure to tell them no, or I might move out.
Don't do that! I can't live without you. I'll be sure to tell them no.
Then tell them tomorrow. No need to wait.
Huh? Tomorrow?
I think it's better to tell them quickly. We don't want to keep them waiting. They might start having high hopes if we keep them waiting.
Okay, I'll visit them tomorrow after work.
Do you want me to join you?
No, it's okay. I don't want it to be awkward. I'll clearly tell them no, so don't worry. Annie, sorry to text you during your working hours.
Nope, it's fine. I was supposed to be off today. They should at least grant me some freedom to reply to you. I just finished eating lunch, so I have some time.
My parents called me to invite me over. I'm so sorry, Annie.
Huh? You're scaring me.
We're gonna move in with them.
Huh? Wait a minute. I thought you told them we didn't want to a month ago.
They haven't given up, apparently.
No, we can't live with them. How can you decide this alone without consulting me? I told you that I didn't want to live with them.
I don't think we could change their minds now. I'm really sorry.
So you've given up on saying no to them? But I don't think I can live with them. If we live under the same roof, I'll have to do the housework more properly. I think I'll have to be in charge of cooking meals for them. I also have a job, so I don't think I'll have enough to act as a good wife.
Don't worry about that. Mom told me she'll support you. She'll be doing the housework for us, so there's nothing to worry about. You can focus on your job.
I can't just depend on her with everything. As her daughter-in-law, it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Think about it. If we live with them, dinner will be ready when we get home. We don't have to cook. Didn't you say you like Mom's cooking?
Yeah, she's really good at cooking, but that doesn't mean I can live with them. Can we have a family meeting? I'll participate too this time.
No, it's too late.
Why?
They decided to renovate the house so that we can live with them. They're going to increase the number of rooms.
Did they decide everything when I haven't even agreed to it?
They told me they'll break relations with me if I don't agree.
Wait a minute. That's really selfish of them. They're being ignorant of our opinion.
Sorry, Annie.
If they're gonna threaten us like this, I'll be more than happy to break relations with them, to be honest.
Wait. I don't want to break relations with them.
Don't you think they're being too selfish, though? I can't just accept their selfish actions.
Can't we try and live with them? Get them a chance? If it's too hard for you, we can always leave the house.
I think it'll be harder to leave once we start living with them.
I'm their only son. I think they're being overprotective of me. You have a big brother, right? You don't understand what it's like to be an only child.
I do have a brother, but I can't accept this, Ivan. I'll support you as much as I can. You're rarely at home, busy with work.
Things will calm down by the time we start living with them. So please, Annie. My parents have been taking great care of me since I was little, and want to do something in return.
Ivan.
I've already paid for the renovation fees, too. I can't say no at this point.
Huh? Are we paying for the fees? Did you use our savings without asking me?
I can't let my parents pay for everything. But they told me they'll pay 2/3 of the total payment.
Your family always ignores my opinion, don't they?
We never meant to ignore you. Hey, Annie, why do you refuse? Is there a special reason? Can't we try living with them for once? We don't have children, and we're both busy with work. I think we'll benefit from living with them because we'll have less housework to do.
For you, that might be true. But it's gonna be awkward for me to live with them.
You'll get used to it.
Maybe I will, but I don't want to cause trouble and ruin our relationship. We have really different lifestyles. I think your parents would feel uncomfortable too. I wanted to live separately unless there's a special reason why we have to live with them.
But there are some benefits too. We'll no longer have to pay our rent.
The cons outweigh the pros, Ivan. We'll have more things to worry about. It's gonna be stressful for me.
You'll be fine, Annie. My parents are fond of you. They want to live with us because they think you're their real daughter.
Okay, let me think about it.
There's nothing we can do about it. Thinking won't change anything.
I want to organize my thoughts. I have to go back to work now, so let me process all the information when I have the time to. Are you ready home, Ivan?
Yeah, but I'm going to go meet my friends now.
Oh, alright.
I'll probably go drinking with them, so I'll be back at around 8. You don't have to prepare dinner for me.
I wanted to discuss about this face-to-face.
Let's talk about it when I get home. But I can't stop them anymore. There's something we could do. I'm sorry, but you have to accept it, Annie.
Hello, Mom. It's Annie. I'm sorry to text you so suddenly.
Long time no see, Annie. You're always welcome to text me anytime. We had dinner outside, so I don't have to cook tonight. I have plenty of time to have a conversation with you.
Oh, I see. I wanted to talk to you about something.
Is it about us living together?
Yes. I don't think it's the best time to start living together. It's gonna take longer for us to get to our workplace from your house. And I think we'll cause you some trouble if we live together. I don't think I'll be able to help with housework because I can be really busy with work sometimes. I think it's better for us to live separately. So, could you give it a second thought?
What do you mean by giving it a second thought? I thought you were the one who wanted to live with us.
Huh? Me?
That's what my son told me. You really had a hard time deciding what to do. There's no need to live together now, is there? When it comes to living with other people, I don't have any good memories. So I never wanted to live with others. I refused when my son first asked us if we can live together.
Is that true? I thought you said you would break relations with him if we don't agree to live with you. That's what my husband told me.
I thought you said that. He told me that you were frustrated about doing all the housework for him. I thought you said you would divorce him if he didn't live with you, to help out with the housework.
No, I never said that. When my husband told me about us living together, I asked him to say no because that was what we decided when we got married. But then he told me today that they decided to live together and to renovate the house.
So, does this mean that my son has been making it sound like we both wanted to live together? This is getting weird.
Yes.
My son has been lying to make us live together. Am I right? It doesn't make any sense. Why would he do something so complicated?
Could you keep this conversation a secret from my husband? And I wanted to ask you, have you already decided to renovate the house?
My son is in charge of planning the renovation, and we agreed to pay for the fees.
Have you already paid for it?
No, not yet.
Then, could you not pay him? If he asks you to, could you come up with random reasons so that you won't have to pay? I'll try to find out what he's up to.
Okay. If there's anything I can help, feel free to text me, okay?
Yes, thank you so much. I'll let you know if I find some information. Ivan, when are you coming home today?
Maybe before midnight? Anything wrong?
I wanted to talk to you about us moving in with your parents.
I thought you agreed to it the last time we discussed. There's something you could do now. It's already decided.
No. I wanted to ask about the renovation. Have you decided which company to ask for?
Oh, about that? We decided the company, but the planning process is pretty complicated, so they haven't started renovating the house yet.
Oh, I see. So, where is our money? The money you used from our savings.
Huh? What? I already paid the company.
That's weird. I heard from your mother that they'll be paying for it.
Huh? Did you talk with Mom?
I wanted to thank her for paying most of the renovation fees. Then she told me that they would be paying for everything. So, why did you withdraw money from our savings?
I didn't tell you this, but the price was more expensive than we imagined. I didn't want to ask them to pay more. I felt sorry. So I decided to pay the rest using our saved money.
Where are you now, Ivan?
What do you mean where? I'm at my office.
I don't think so. Didn't you use it to rent a new room for you and your lover? I'm guessing you used it for the moving expenses.
Huh? What are you talking about?
What do you think you're doing? I hired a detective to find out what you've been up to.
Huh?
And I find out that you've been having an affair for the past few months. You wanted me to live with your parents so that you can divorce me. I can't believe you've been lying to me all this time. If you wanted the divorce, just tell me honestly. You don't have to make up stories to make me live with your parents.
Calm down, Annie.
I am perfectly calm.
I'm not having an affair. I just helped my friend move in. You're misunderstanding.
Are you still trying to lie to me? I have proof.
What proof?
I have photos of you holding hands with her, walking out of her apartment. Oh, I also have some audio recorded, but I bet you wouldn't want to hear it. Either way, I have proof that shows you've been having an affair.
Annie, I'm so sorry. You're misunderstanding everything. I never had an affair. I was just cheating on you.
Huh? Isn't that the same thing? You're married, and you cheated on me. You've been having an affair with someone other than your wife.
I only met her a few times. We don't have any special bonds between us. I'll never meet her again. So please, don't divorce me.
I thought you were the one who wanted to get a divorce. You thought I would leave you if you made me live with your parents. You planned to stay at your lover's room after I moved in with your parents. I have the audio of the conversation between you and your lover.
Huh? Why?
You were talking pretty loudly when you were walking home with your lover. Remember when you visited that nice bar with your lover a week ago?
How do you know this?
You really didn't want to be the bad guy, did you? You planned out everything so that you would eventually get a divorce.
Annie, I'm really sorry. But I promise I'll never meet her again. We've been having fights recently. We have different ways of thinking. We don't get along.
Are you trying to get back together with me after you leave her?
Hopefully, yes. You don't have to move in with my parents. To be honest, you are way better than her. She's just youthful, and nothing more.
Are you telling me that you chose to have an affair with this young woman just because she was youthful? Can you stop making fun of me?
I'm not! I really regret having an affair with her. I was also having second thoughts about getting a divorce.
But you're in her room right now. You don't plan to leave her, do you?
Nope, I'm on my way home now. I'm never going to meet her again. I ended our relationship.
In such a short time? You haven't even left her room. I know everything, Ivan. I'm right in front of her apartment.
Uh-huh?
And your parents are also here with me. Let's have a family discussion, shall we? I'm going to be participating this time. You can't ignore my opinions now.
Why are my parents here? It's our problem. We should discuss about it privately.
I don't think our private discussion would take us anywhere. And you are the one who brought your parents into this problem. Stop trying to escape from your responsibilities, Ivan.
Annie, I'm really sorry. I was stupid. I'm so sorry for everything I did.
It's too late to say sorry now. Either way, we decided to break relations with you. You have to accept it, Ivan. There's nothing you can do. He planned out all of this so that he wouldn't be held responsible and have to pay for the compensation money. He didn't want his lover to be blamed for destroying our relationship. I guess he wanted his lover to be accepted by his parents after our divorce. If he wanted to remarry his lover, he should have simply told me that he wanted a divorce. Considering his personality, I think he didn't have enough courage to ask me to divorce him. I am really disappointed in him. To be honest, I'm glad that I was able to get a divorce with such a terrible guy. I received compensation money from both of them. He also agreed to pay back the money he withdrew from our savings. My ex-husband now suffers from debt to pay for the compensation money. And his lover's parents also found out about their affair when she asked them to help pay for the compensation money. This became the trigger, and they eventually broke up. I'm genuinely surprised by how stupid they are. And I'm happy we're back to strangers. I want to forget about them as soon as possible and hope that I would never see them again. During our family discussion, I was furious and honestly expressed my anger towards him. But when I first found out about him cheating on me, I was on the verge of having a mental breakdown. When I was having a hard time, my friends and family, including his parents, were there for me. Thanks to their support, I was able to fight back till the end. I haven't been able to get over him completely, but I will never forget that I have many people who are willing to support me when I need help. I hope I can feel better soon. We all have our good times and bad times. That's life. I will never lose hope, and I'm definitely gonna live a better life than my ex-husband.
What the hell, Felicity? Why would you just go and dump water on me like that? Are you actually insane?
Huh? Of course not. I simply didn't see you standing beneath my window.
You didn't see me standing beneath your window? That's seriously the excuse you're going to go with? It's not even a good excuse. What were you even doing throwing water out of a window to begin with?
Well, I was watering the flowers beneath it. I want everything to look perfect for my wedding today. And I thought that the flowers were looking a little dry. They were sagging over quite a bit, so I thought a little bit of fresh water would perk them right up. It's not my fault that you were lurking beneath my window when I threw it. Oh well, looks like you'll have to go home now and miss the wedding. What a shame.
Oh, so that's what all this was about? You just don't want me to be at your wedding. Are you really that petty and self-centered that you'd actually throw a bucket of water over me just to get me to leave?
Oh honey, if I were being petty, you'd know about it. This was me plainly showing you that I don't want you at my wedding. I did try to tell you. I didn't even send you an invitation, so you'd think that you would have gotten the message. But no. You showed up anyway. And in such an ugly dress, too. If anything, I've done you a favor. You look 10 times better wet, which isn't saying much to be honest, but you can only do so much with what you're born with.
God, I honestly don't know what Jacob sees in you. I can't believe that you're going to be my sister-in-law.
Who said anything about being sisters-in-law? There's no way in a million years that I'd ever see you as my sister, whether it's through marriage or not.
Finally, something that we can both agree on. After all, no sister of mine would purposefully dump a bucket of cold water on me just because she didn't want me at her wedding.
Yeah, well, you should have listened to me when I told you not to come.
It's not just up to you whether I get to come or not. It's up to my brother too.
Well, he doesn't want you here either.
Now I know you're just lying.
No, I'm actually not. Jacob told me himself that he doesn't want you here. He sees you as nothing more than an annoying little pest who he never wanted in his family to begin with. You were just an accident that came along and messed everything up, and Jacob really doesn't like you for doing that. In fact, he told me that he'll never forgive you for being born. You took all of his dad's attention and hogged it all for yourself. So selfish of you if you ask me.
He does not think that, does he?
Yes, he actually does. You can even ask him yourself.
Fine, I will, and I'll prove you wrong whilst I'm at it.
I wouldn't be so sure about that if I were you. Anyway, once me and Jacob are married, we'll be setting things right in the family once again.
What do you mean by that?
Well, for starters, we'll be getting rid of you.
Huh?
Yeah, we can't be having some pathetic, selfish, attention-hogging little girl in the family now, can we?
I'm guessing that spot's reserved for you, is it?
Oh, you're so funny.
Anyway, there's no way that my mom and dad would allow that to happen. They'll always have my back, especially against someone as horrible as you.
Well, they might be changing their minds very soon. Especially when I tell them that if they don't kick you out of the family, then they won't ever get to spend time with any grandchildren that they might have from me and Jacob.
What? You'd actually stop them from seeing their grandchildren if they refuse to kick me out of the family?
Yep, not to mention if your dad doesn't give Jacob the company.
What's that got to do with anything?
There's a reason that I'm marrying your brother, you know. Your dad owns a fairly successful business, one that brings him a decent amount of money anyway, and I want to make sure that I can have a life free of work and responsibilities. That means that in order for me to do that, Jacob needs to take over the company so that he can earn the money and I don't have to get a job. You're not a major threat to that plan, as no one in their right mind would give you the business, but I just want to make sure that nothing gets in the way of my life with Jacob. By getting rid of you, it also means that Jacob won't have to share any of the money that the company brings in, especially if he decides to sell the business off.
My dad would never do that to me.
Like I said, maybe he would if it meant that he wouldn't get to see his grandchildren.
That's so horrible. Why would you even do that? Do you really dislike me that much?
I don't just dislike you. I hate you.
Why? What have I ever done to you to cause you to hate me so much? As far as I know, I haven't even interacted with you that much. The only times I've ever seen you have been when Jacob has brought you over to the house.
Yeah, and during those times, you'd always hog his attention. He doesn't even like you, so why didn't you ever take the message and just leave us alone when we visited? Better yet, why weren't you just not there when we were there? You could have left and just not come back until we were gone. No one wanted you there anyway.
Oh, I see. You were just jealous of me.
What? Why would I be jealous of you?
Maybe because I have a nice, loving family who want me to succeed and do well in life. Not to mention, they always support me no matter what. You're just jealous that they love me. I always knew that you'd be one of those girls who simply can't stand having any other woman around them simply because they get jealous. You just want all the attention on you, 24/7. That's probably why you want Jacob to take over the company as well, isn't it? You want to be able to brag to your friends that you're rich and that your husband owns a business. Well, in case you hadn't noticed, I also work in the company, and I'm in a higher position than Jacob, so he won't be getting the whole company. My dad has already said that he would split everything between us 50-50.
That's what you think. When I'm finally married into the family, a lot of things will be changing. Starting with you. Now get out of my wedding before I decide to throw another bucket of water on you. And don't go through the actual venue. I don't want there to be water all over the floor when I'm trying to have my first dance. Plus, if anyone actually sees you looking like a drowned rat, I would die of embarrassment. Especially if they thought that you were my sister-in-law. So try and sneak out. Got it?
Whatever. It looks like it's going to be a lame wedding anyways.
What? How dare you say that? My wedding would never be lame.
Yeah? Well, I think the lack of a DJ or band would beg to differ.
Just get out.
Gladly.
Sophia, where are you? The wedding's about to start and I can't find you anywhere. You're gonna miss it.
I'm not there, Dad.
Yes, I can see that, but where are you? You're gonna miss the ceremony.
No, I mean, I'm not at the wedding anymore.
What? Why not?
Well, for starters, Felicity chucked a bucket of cold water over me, so I'm drenched from head to toe and absolutely freezing. And secondly, apparently neither Felicity nor Jacob even want me at their wedding.
Hang on, what? She chucked a bucket of water on you? Was it an accident?
No, she did it on purpose. She also said that Jacob has never loved me or wanted me to be a part of the family. Apparently, he thinks that I was an accident who ruined his life because I took all of your attention or something like that.
Well, that's just ridiculous. You might not have been planned, but your mother and I love you so much and we wouldn't have had it any other way.
Thanks, Dad. But there was something else that Felicity said which has got me worried.
What is it?
Well, she said that she wouldn't let you or Mom see any children that they might have unless you kick me out of the family and give the company to Jacob.
She said that?
Yeah. Look, I don't want to be the reason that you don't get to see your grandchildren. So, if you want me to leave, I will. I can figure something out.
Sophia, don't be ridiculous. There's no way that I would ever kick you out of the family. Even if this woman stops me from seeing my grandchildren, it doesn't change anything. You're my daughter and you're much more important to me than she will ever be, okay?
Really, Dad?
Yes. Now, you just leave your brother and his wife to me. I'll sort them out.
What do you mean?
Well, I plan on making a little speech at the wedding where I would then give control of the company to you and your brother 50-50 each. You know that I'm getting on in age and I want to experience the world a bit before I'm too old for that. I was going to retire and leave the business to you and Jacob, but with recent events coming to light, I might have to think about a few things first. But you don't need to worry about that. You just make sure you get home, okay? And that you dry off and relax. I'll sort everything else out.
Thank you, Dad. I love you.
I love you too, sweetie.
What have you done, you witch? How have you turned your dad against us like that? I can't believe what's just happened.
Huh? Felicity? Why are you messaging me? Aren't you supposed to be celebrating?
Don't act dumb with me. I can't believe what you made your dad do.
I've not made him do anything. Why? What happened?
Well, we were all enjoying the reception when it came time for the toasts. I thought that your dad would give a nice little toast, congratulating me and Jacob, and then handing over the company to Jacob as a wedding present. Instead, your dad turned around and said that he would never see me as his daughter-in-law due to how horrible I am, and that he was removing Jacob from the company altogether, meaning that he wouldn't get a single dollar from it unless you, as vice president, said that it was okay.
Whoa, he said all that? And in front of everyone?
Yes, it was so humiliating. I'd already bragged to all of my friends about how rich I would be, and now I'm not going to have a single dollar. This is all your fault.
Actually, no, it isn't. All I did was tell my dad what you said and did to me. He came up with this idea by himself. My dad has always prided himself on his virtues, including his kindness and his loyalty to his family. If someone tries to mess with the people that he loves, then he will make sure that they know not to do that again. Clearly, he thought this would be the best way to teach you and Jacob the consequences of your actions.
I can't believe it. You have to talk to your dad and make him give Jacob the company. If not all of it, then at least the half that he already had. It's not fair if you keep it all to yourself.
Look, I love my brother, but apparently he doesn't feel the same. I would like to help him, but my dad has just told me that if I try to give Jacob his half of the company back without him changing his selfish ways, then I will also be cut off and everything will go to charity.
What?
Yep. Looks like you and Jacob need to start working on being nicer to people, especially if you want this company. It's the only way my dad will let you have half of it after all.
This is so unfair. I hate you for this.
You might want to start thinking about how you talk to me. I mean, I doubt my dad will want to help you if you keep telling me you hate me.
Ugh.
I think you'll be without this company for quite a while. Best start looking for a job if I were you. Just like my dad said, he put the company in my name, making me his sole heir to the business. He made sure to let Jacob know that he could regain his half of the company by being nicer and kinder to me. However, he's still working on that. As for Felicity, she did end up having to get a job so that she and Jacob could afford their home. She also has to be kinder to me if she and Jacob are to get their share of the company, which means that I can't see that happening for a very long time. Oh well, some people need to learn how to be decent human beings the hard way.